Up in smoke, that's where my money goes. Hi everyone, well here we are, the very first full episode of my channel, finally. And for today's episode, we'll be talking about Fortnite Save the World. What we'll do is we'll break it down by experience, the replayability, and of course how fun this game is when you're medicated. Now, Fortnite Save the World started being talked about in 2011 and finally became playable in July 2017. And surprisingly, the most, Fortnite was not intended to be a battle royal. It was actually the concept we see in Save the World, and it's a 4-player PvE experience where you and 3 others join forces to fight off what the game calls husks. Little and sometimes big zombie-like monsters that are there to just try and destroy the world. They come from the mysterious purple storm that some of us love, but most of us can't stand. In this version, you don't die by being in the storm. No, the storm sends waves and waves of husks to destroy many objectives in the game, whether it be a stationary atlas or something like protecting a van while it airs up to fly away and collect storm data. There are countless types of missions spread across 4 maps, each map being unlocked as you progress. Unlike Battle Royale, you don't just get a skin and kill. No, that's where Saved World stands out. See, in this game, instead, it's kind of like a card collecting game, where you can unlock characters through quests and llamas that you can buy in the item shop. Once you get your characters, the real fun begins. Now, the reason you do these quests are to get experience and materials to help you get through the game, and use that experience to level heroes, guns, and traps, and use mats to build those guns and traps. It is at times very fun, but can seem mundane, especially when you take in the fact that the progress system is all RNG, meaning you can either get that mythic survivor you need to level up one day, but not get anything you need for a week. That's where the frustration can build, which is at the point in the game I am at now. There are 4 different classes in the game. You can be a soldier, who is focused on killing through guns and grenades, a constructor who focuses on the building and protecting of the base you are defending, a ninja who moves in the shadows and focuses on swords and melee to defeat their enemies, and finally my personal favorite class is the Outlander, who uses teddy bears and shock towers to completely disintegrate enemies, and is the main character you can use to farm materials you need for everything in the game, which brings me to my other points. The grind! This game is not for people who don't want to spend hours farming mats and experience to level stuff up. One big upside to Save the World is when you first begin, there is a lot of V-Bucks to be made, and I mean a lot, through quests, both normal and daily, and for login bonuses and various other things like building your collection book. I know it's a lot to just listen to, so let me step back and show you some gameplay where I can explain it better. Then we will end the video with my rating for the game. So without further ado, here's the gameplay and the commentary to let you guys know a little bit more about what I'm talking about. Alright everybody, so here we are, we're at the gameplay portion of this video. Give you a little bit better understanding what I was talking about. Here is the quest page, and if you click the right stick, it'll bring up all the quests you have. Now, when you first start, this quest is going to be a lot bigger, but if you look in the top left screen, I'm a 129. Max level you can be as a 131, so I'm almost there. It's just that dang RNG that is messing with me. But you'll have stuff like the events that we have going on now. You got special quests for that. You'll have side quests that'll give you stuff. There's also the challenges that I've pretty much all complete most of. Ooh, that one's gonna be completed. I'll get the achievement soon. Cool. Alright, and then as you can see, the completed section just goes on and on and on. I've been playing for a little over a year now, so I have a lot of it done. Alright, you also have the love storm that's going on right now. It was winter storm last time, during winter, so that'll be quests where you can unlock other characters and everything. What I was saying about the map is Stonewood, Plankerton, Canny, and Twine are your main maps. You're going to start off in Stonewood, and you'll be here for your first about 20 levels, around there. There are ways to speed it up, but we'll get into that into another video. But that is Stonewood, and then you will be moving on to Plankerton, where it opens up a considerable more amount of missions, more stuff you can do, because you'll be here for about 20 levels as well. And then you got Canny. You're going to be here until level 70. You cannot start Twine quests until you are a level 70. So no matter what, even if you blow past the other ones, you will be here till level 70. It's possible to unlock Twine before then, but like I said, that's another video, and you can't do a mission until you're level 70. So you are going to be here until that time. You got stuff like Ride the Lightning. That's where you fill the van with air so it can go get storm data. These are, you protect a certain amount of atlases. There's a 1, 2, 3, and 4. Here you'll just go around killing what they call encampments, little spawns of a lot of enemies that get harder as it goes. This is focused on building. As you can tell, there's just so many different missions. Well, not many different ones, they're all basically the same, but you have more options in them. And where you're going to be in Twine is you want to get to where you can do these 4-man missions, because that's where you start loading up on some heavy experience. They'll give you lead survivors, which we'll get into in a minute. Pure Drops of Rain is an evolution material. As you can see, they just got different, whatever you need at the time, that's the mission you pick. So here's the heroes. What else? Speaking of, I'll go to manage first, let you guys see the ones I have. I have all legendaries. Well, these ones I haven't gotten rid of yet. You can retire these ones to get manuals and experience to upgrade other ones. There you go, just did some of those for you. And then you have the loadout. See, now I have this woman who has, she has Fragment Flurry Jest. She is one of the best damaging Outlanders out there right now. She gets a teddy bear and a shock tower. Phase shift makes you jump across the map a little bit. But then you also got, you got to worry about your team perks. Make sure you have 2 Outlanders to get the punch to go a little bit further. This one helps her teddy do last longer. This one makes it hit harder. This one makes your shock tower give them a damage over time effect. It makes the damage of the shock tower heavier, and this one makes your teddy go longer. So you can practically just go through missions doing your abilities and not have to fire a shot and still get high combat. Now the gadgets are stuff like you can do a supply drop. You can also do proximity mines, banners. I usually just use the turret and the airstrike. Those will give you the biggest hitting stuff. Now you got 5 loadouts you can do. This one I was testing against this one, but decided it's not as good. And then we have, this one is the soldier. As I said, he goes off of being able to kill with weapons and grenades. Once again, you just collect different characters to put here to make him stronger. And then we got, here is for farming. This girl is really good for going in and being able to take out a bunch of stuff to get materials and mats very, very quickly. So that's the loadout I have for her when I'm low on stuff that I need. And this is the constructor. Right now I'm using Mega Base, who does a bigger base than everyone else. He will put down a base that mine, they take damage if they stand on it, they get frozen if they stand on it, electrocuted if they hit it, and charges, and all just types of stuff to make him a little bit stronger. And this guy is able to collect materials off his base. So there's the heroes, and then you also have defenders. If you're in a 4-man mission, you can have up to 40s, or if you're in a regular mission, and Epic has a good thing of not sending people to help you on your missions, you can put these guys down to help you. There's 5 different ones: a sniper, a shotgunner, a pistol, a rifle, and a melee person. and they will really help out in higher level missions, or like I said, if Epic doesn't send anyone to help with the quest. Expeditions I don't get into because the reward is very small for the amount of time you have to have your heroes out there. Some of them, as you can see, it goes 22 hours. So one of your people are out of commission all day long, and you'll probably get a green or blue survivor out of it. Now, speaking of survivors, this is what I was talking about. This is where you're going to be. These are how you level up. Like, these affect that 129 up there. And you always want the best you can have. And each lead has their own personality that you have to match. And then they have a sub-personality that all your backup survivors need to match to make them the strongest they can be. As you can see, this one has a mythic lead with all legendary survivors that are maxed out, so it greatly upgrades my health. There are some here that I don't have matched up because I got new mythics and didn't have the right personality, so this is where the RNG comes in. I'm stuck right here at 129 at this level unless I can get the right survivors to put in these slots that have these little thinking bubble personalities. Same with this one. I just need this one to be replaced and we'll be good to go. This one I just replaced, so none of these people match. They are maxed out, but I'll get a bigger boost once I get them to match. And then, as you can see, the rest of them match and they're all leveled up. The only thing I can do here is get a mythic lead, and then that might change the personality, and I gotta go through and get a whole bunch of different ones that match that personality. And I have a couple mythic survivors. So that is the survivor thing. That is the most brain racking RNG thing you're gonna get. It's gonna really upset you when you're not getting what you need, but you know, it is RNG. The upgrade system, this is where you upgrade your gadgets and you unlock skill points as you level up, and as you can see, I'm maxed out on all mine. Research points, you'll get a certain amount and you will have to collect them, or else once you hit your limit it will not gather anymore, so you will make your leveling slow down very much if you do not keep these collected and spend them the right way. And as you can see, I'm all the way max there. Alright, and then the armory, this is where you look at your weapons. Now also with weapons, after you upgrade them, as you can see on the side, there are other perks that do like extra damage. Set a elemental to it so it does more damage against certain enemies. And then you can have something that is called a god roll, where you pick your gun, get it all the legendary perks, and make sure the perks are good for that gun, which this one, matched with the soldier, completely shreds stuff because he is based on critical damage. So you god roll it to have critical rating and damage, and he will just shred through things. You also have traps. Funny thing is, this wall dynamo and the electric ceiling field used to be in Battle Royale when it first came out, but they took them out, and now you only have the one spike trap, which you have here. And then, yeah, and then there's the Scar. It's got a lot of the weapons and characters from Battle Royale, but the only thing is, these will damage and you have to continue to make them, which brings me to your backpack. This is where you can store all the guns you made, everything that's good to go. I got some crafted right now. I can't go up to 130, but I keep them at 106 because the funny thing is, you can go to 131, but the highest enemy you face is a 118 if you do a 4-man 100, which I don't know why. If you can go to 131, 100 is the highest mission you can do. So after like 118, you're leveled out with the highest enemy. After that, it's basically you can shred anything you want. So it's like, it starts getting mundane at that point. Storage, you have a bank that you can put stuff in that you're not using. that you may use later, like your flowers and stuff you make to make traps. I have all this in my bag and all that in my storage. This is the collection book. This is where if you got cards you don't want, you're not going to use, you come in here. I'm pretty sure I can put this guy in here to show you what it is. Select item slot. I'm not using him. He's only a level 20, so I'm going to go ahead and slot him, and that made me level up. So I get a gift. One time they gave me 800 V-Bucks as one of the level gifts, so that's what I said. There are a lot of V-Bucks to be made in this game. But they have all types of stuff. All the cards you can get in the game can be put in here. And you can also, if you're like, oh no, I needed that guy, you can come back here, and for 20 V-Bucks, you can get them back out of the book. So you don't lose it by putting it in there, you just have to pay to get it back. What else do we have here? Transform. You can take certain things like this and take characters you're not using, ones you haven't collected, or anything like that, and you can trade them in to make something else. Like this will make you a constructor, a legendary constructor card if you fill up the 1,000. That is the transform. Resources is stuff that you need throughout the game. These are all evolution. These are for perking up. These are for leveling characters from different rarities. These tickets buy llamas, which I'll get into here in a second, and then just all the stuff you're going to need to level stuff up and get yourself going. Last is the item shop. This is where every 24 hours these change, and these are what you're going to spend your V-Bucks on and get cards you need. This last update gave you the chance to x-ray it so you can see if you need something out of it before you buy it. Sometimes you have to buy one you don't need, and the next one will give you 2 legendary survivors or leads that you need. You never know. It's all RNG, like I said. The loot one is you do missions to do tickets. You get tickets and you're able to unlock these llamas that can give you stuff that is event specific. This one doesn't have that. It just has like normal stuff in it where you can get your mythics and your leads and all that stuff. These will not x-ray for you. Then you have the item shop. You have 2 different ones. One for the event that'll stay here the whole time. Basically the battle pass on Battle Royale is out. And this one resets every week where you can get, there's always evolution material, survivors, all those resources you need. And then of course there's a store where they're going to pimp their V-Bucks out. Try to get you to spend your money when you can get 50 free V-Bucks a day just by doing one mission on your dailies. And then if you're just starting out, there's a lot. Daily rewards I'm going to show you right here just to show you. 2 more days for logging in for 336 days. I get 1,000 V-Bucks. They're just going to give me 1,000 V-Bucks. And that's going to go a long way for me. And it resets every day at 7, just like the item shop. But there you guys have it. That's a quick little run through. I don't want to make the video too long, but I hope I was able to explain stuff a little bit better. So let's get down to the review section of the video so we can end this and move on to the next. Alright, see you guys in a second. Alright, there we have it, guys. That's the gameplay portion of the video. It's a good game. Really like it. One of my favorites. I would not suggest medicating when you first start because it can get confusing with everything you have to set up. But once you're set up, yeah, go ahead and medicate all you want. Just sit back and kill some husks and collect some V-Bucks. Guaranteed you're going to get addicted to it just like I did. The rating of this game, I'm going to go ahead and give it 4 leaves. I would give it 5, but the RNG aspect of it really kills it at the end of the end game level there. When you get higher level, like I am, really gets frustrating when you're sitting around just waiting for the right things to put in the right place. That's going to do it all for this video. Please subscribe, like, and comment on it. Also hit the notification bell because the next video we're going to have is my top 5 favorite small streamers. These are guys and gals that I really believe need to have more recognition than they get because they are wonderful people. Until I see you next time, stay medicated, my friends. It's good for your health, and I'll see you later. Thanks for stopping by.